To the young black generation, you are purposefully being distracted and led away from the most powerful weapon at your disposal, knowledge. Wake up, your history is calling, your future is waiting, and the only thing standing in your way is the illusion they built around you. Just let your elder, Dr. James Small, break it down for you to understand.
It's in the last 20, 30 years that they've been able to break us in ways they weren't able to break us during slavery, because they break us here. In slavery, they were breaking our bodies. But in the contemporary time, they're breaking our spirits.
Do you believe illiteracy is being weaponized in America today?
Oh, absolutely. I believe that illiteracy is being weaponized because if you can deny a child access to education, which means you're denying him access to the training and the tooling that would allow him to find employment or to open a business of his own, or to be able to join a corporate structure and make a living for their family, then you have created, you have created an underclass.
Permanent underclass.
A permanent underclass, which you then can control. And what you've put in place for the underclass is a penal system. And so whether they're in the prison itself or they're out on parole, they're still under your control and manipulation. And you're making money off of them, both in the prison and out of prison. Your population is employed as the judge, as the lawyer, as the policeman, as the probation officer, as the correction officer, as the nutritionist in the prison. You make the uniform for the guards. You have a whole industry around an impoverished population. So it is economically good for you to keep people impoverished, while at the same time you're controlling the competition to your group.
Right, I was just about to go there first to start a little bit analyzing, because with the literacy thing, right? One, you're limited to the information you can get.
Right.
It's either your peers or what you're getting through media, right?
And so what does literacy do is help you to control who could compete with you.
Facts.
For running the society, for improving the society. And if you go back through the history of North America, just North America, we won't even go to the Caribbean and England where we lived, and you will see that 70% of the inventions to 75%, and I'm being modest, that has created the technocracy that we live in comes from African people. An oppressed African population. What if that was a free population? You know what I'm saying? The oppressed population has produced 75% of the inventions that make your technocracy works. Okay, from the touch-tone phone to the mobile phone to the laptop computer to the internet. Video games, and it goes on and on. To the probe that you sent to Mars, to the mathematics that allows you to first go into space and to do the moon landing. All of that technology comes from African peoples. An oppressed African population, not free to learn and study and express themselves literately in the world.
Or get funding for it.
Yes.
That's the next thing.
Or get any sort of funding of significance, except where you wanted to use us. Now, what if that population was as free as the white population? We would dominate the world. And so it's to the advantage of the so-called ruling elite Europeans to make sure that the African population, and this isn't just in America, but worldwide, is kept illiterate and educationally immature and technically deprived, so that you do not become a competition in the marketplace of the world with them.
I feel that constant, and I help people observe that, and they start to internalize that they're incapable of doing it due to the barriers that's there.
No, absolutely. I think you mentioned something that people rise to their expectations. Yep. And if you lowering person's expectation constantly, they will only rise as high as the expectation allow them to create possibilities for themselves.
In this book, How to Successfully Unalive the Negro Through Their Diet, they confess how they have manipulated the minds of black people and how these tactics are still in place for the future generations. If the younger black generations don't take the initiative to learn from the past, you will repeat the same mistakes as your fathers and mothers. Reading isn't just about books, it's about awareness, financial literacy, health knowledge, and understanding the systems at work. Reading is the key they never wanted you to hold. Order your copy today. Available now on Amazon. Like, share, and follow for more.